Matteo, before we start, what's the situation now in Milan?
We are still in some kind of lockdown until Eastern break, which is in a week and a half. Mm-hmm. And after that, according to the numbers and according to the regions, there will be probably less strict restrictions in place, but some will be still in place, I guess.
I see. Okay. Okay. Добър вечер. Добър вечер на всички, които се присъединяват в момента. Ние сме на линия, но виждам, че има нови хора, които в момента се присъединяват, така че ще изчакаме 1-2 минутки и ще започнем. В 18:32 всъщност ще започнем с презентацията, за да дадем възможност на всички желаещи да се присъединят. Докато чакаме всички хора, които желаят да влезнат в стаята, само да отбележа, че по време на презентацията можете да задавате своите въпроси в чат-бокса отдолу. Почитаме го пред Q&A секцията. Всъщност тя в момента даже не е валидна. Така че в чат-бокса, ако може там да си задавате своите въпроси, като на тях накрая ще отговори както Матео, така и Ивелина и Катя, които ще помагат при превод, ако зададете въпросите си на български език. Вече стана 18:32, така че смятам да започнем. Продължителността на лекцията е половин час. Виждам, че вече има един въпрос и след това ще имате възможност за въпроси и отговори, които могат да продължат колкото желаете всъщност. Надявам се, всички искаме по някое време да приключим сесията, така че половин час ще има възможност и за въпроси и отговори. Аз се казвам Димитър Александров и съм представител на Агенция за образование в чужбина Skylines. Ние сме всъщност агенцията, която популяризира Италия през последните 10 години и университетите, които искат да се интернационализират. Нашата роля е както да запознаем учениците и родителите за възможностите за обучение в тази прекрасна страна, но така също и да съдействаме при подбора на програми, подбора на университети, в целия процес по време на кандидатстването, при помощ при намиране на настаняване и помощ при подготовката на документите, които са необходими за определяне на таксите за обучение. Всичките тези услуги за партниращите университети, с които работим, за вас, за студентите, които кандидатстват, са безплатни. На нас ни плащат университетите за това, че сме като техен офис в България, така че възползвайте се от тези услуги. Всъщност за Католическият университет Катя и Евелина, които виждате сега на екрана, са момичетата, които се грижат за кандидатстването и за комуникацията с университета. И това ще е възможност да зададете вашите въпроси, на които се надявам да отговорим. Well, Matteo, you can start your presentation.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much, Dimitar. Thank you to all the Skylines team for the organization of this event and for the support that they always offer to us and to all Bulgarian students interested in studying at our university. So I will start a very short general presentation of the university for you to have a better idea of what Cattolica, Università Cattolica offers, especially to its international community. So here you can see the map of the country, but also the map of the campuses of the university. As you can see, more than one campus located in different cities in the country. Cattolica is a private university, is actually the largest private university in Europe. As for number of students enrolled, we count approximately 40,000 of them divided in our 4 campuses. As you can see in this slide, campus number 1, it's our main campus, is the campus located in Milan city center. Is the oldest campus, 100 years of history that we are celebrating right now. And is also the largest campus. So it's where we offer the majority of our programs, the majority of our English taught programs, and it's therefore the campus where we host the majority of our international community. The second largest campus for dimension is the campus in Rome, that is dedicated mainly, but not only, to programs that are related to medicine and surgery. This is because in Rome, the university is affiliated to one of the most important hospitals of the country, Ospedale Gemelli, that was actually nominated a couple of weeks ago, top Italian hospital for the year. So here we have the unique opportunity to involve our students studying in the field of medicine into practical activities in the hospital of the university, and this is something quite unique. Only really few universities are able to offer this. There is a unique connection between the practical activities that are carried out in the university hospital and the theoretical classes. But this is something that you can find in all the Cattolica campuses and all Cattolica's programs, this proximity and this connection with the outside professional and business world. For example, in our campus that is number 2 in this slide, our campus that is located in 2 different cities, actually in Piacenza and Cremona. Here we are located in the middle of the Italian Food Valley, and here is where we deliver and we teach all programs that are related to food and agriculture. So this is where the university was able to develop all the connections with the professionals and the companies outside the university in that specific sector that is actually one of the most important sector for the Italian economy. Approximately 10% of the GDP of the country is produced around the field of agriculture and food, and it's actually one of the sectors where we export the most. So it's actually a sector offering plenty of job opportunities to the international students. Last but not least is our campus in Brescia, campus number 3, where at the moment we offer a couple of technical masters that we are going to see later on in the presentation. Few additional words about Milano. I already said here we have our main campus, our home. We are located in the historical city center of the city. If you have visited Milano before, you certainly know the Duomo that you can see in this slide, our most important cathedral located in the most central square of the city. Università Cattolica is located 5 minutes walking away from the Duomo. So really we are in a beautiful position of the city, in a beautiful and ancient campus, an historical building in the city center. You probably know Milano to be a fashion capital, a design capital. It's really an happening city, so it's a truly international environment. Just to give you an idea, only at Università Cattolica last year we enrolled actually in all our campuses students coming from 150 different nationalities. So this is to give you the idea of the international environment you can find at the university, but also in the cities where the university is located. Milano is certainly also the most important city when it comes to the economy of the country. Just a couple of numbers. 25% of the Italian GDP, so 1/4 of the richness that the country generates every year, is produced in the region surrounding Milano, the Lombardy region. Only in Milano, we count approximately 300,000 companies, and 50,000 of them are international companies. So I think it's easy to translate this number also in job opportunities, especially for our international community. Some other key information about the university. We said about the locations and the environment you can find at the university and in the cities where we are located, but certainly this is not enough to make a final choice about the destination for your study abroad experience. I'm sure you're looking for a quality university. Cattolica has 12 different schools, departments or study areas, as you want to call them, meaning that we teach plenty of different subjects, different things, going really from viticulture to medicine, going through business, economics, communication, political science, marketing, and psychology, and many others. All of them have been ranked in the past years among the top internationally. Some of them with really outstanding rankings, top 150 for the Faculty of Psychology and Medicine, top 200 for the Faculty of Economics and Management, which is the one promoting the majority of our English taught programs. So this is to tell you that no matter what you choose to study at Cattolica, you can really expect very high international academic standards. Cattolica has even better rankings when it comes to employability, which is another key aspect of the study abroad experience. Unfortunately, tonight we don't have with us a student ambassador that has been with us for a few months, helping us connecting with new students interested in our university, actually because she was too busy with her new job that she recently got in Switzerland in another university, actually. So she started to cooperate with us at the international office, and she was able immediately after graduation to find a very interesting position in Switzerland. So this was just to introduce about another key point, the employability. Cattolica has really excellent international rankings in employability, first in the country for connection, students, employers, among the top 100 universities in the world for partnership with employers, and among the top 130 universities in the world for general employability. Meaning that we really help our students in finding a job immediately after graduation. We are not a job agency. This is not what we do, but we really provide our students with all the knowledge and also practical skills they need to immediately be employable. But it also means that employers, national employers and international employers are looking at our students among the first choice. As I said, we really have a strong cooperation with the outside professional world, really starting from the creation of the program. We update our academic offer every year in order to answer to the needs of the business world outside the university about the new challenges and they have to face and the new skills they are looking for in younger graduates. Let's move to the Italian system of education. So at a university level, most of our bachelors, they last for 3 years, following which our students can choose between a specializing master for 1 year or a Master of Science for 2 years. At a bachelor level, we only have 2 exceptions. We have the program in law that lasts for 5 years. So it's a single cycle program for 5 years, meaning that there is no division between bachelor and master. And then we have the program in medicine and surgery, but all medical degrees that last for 6 years, following which students who wish to continue with their education in the field can take a specialization for another 4 years. For all other programs, as I just said, you can expect this kind of skills: 3 years for the bachelor plus master, 1 year for the more practical kind of master, 2 years for the more academic kind of master. So now I will introduce you to the programs that are available at our university for the following September. So we are talking about September 2021. As I said before, Cattolica is updating its academic offer and launching, especially for international students, new programs that are taught in English every year. So if any of you who are attending this, this info session, if you are not in the last year of your high school program, the best thing would be to stay in touch with us and with our partners, Skylines, to be updated about new programs that might be activated for the following year. So for this September, these are the programs available. As you can see, 5 of them that are taught in our Milan campus: finance, communication management, psychology, economics and management, and international relations and global affairs. A program in food production management in the campus of Piacenza, and our medical degree, medicine and surgery, in the campus of Rome. About master programs. So as I mentioned before, we have 2 different kinds of programs our students can choose from after completing a bachelor degree: the 2 years Master of Science or the specializing master. The first difference that you can immediately notice, of course, is the duration of the program, and consequently the number of credits that you get out of them. 120 for the 2 years Master of Science, 60 to 70 maximum for the 1 year specializing master. For all students who wish to continue their studies after the master program and, for example, attending a PhD, a research project within the university, you must complete a 2 years Master of Science. So here for master program, the list is quite long. So while you can start to check the list of programs available in Milano, we're talking about the 2 years master, I will give you some general ideas of the main characteristics of all these programs. So here we are normally talking about masters that are stronger under the academic point of view, meaning more classes, more home study. You will get a more in-depth, more solid preparation, solid academic preparation of the subjects that you are studying. Normally, the academic part, it's for the first year and a half, and in the last 6 months of the second year are dedicated to more practical kind of activities. So for some of the programs, we have internship or business lab, as you want to call them, that are already in place. So there are already several partnerships active for the program, and our students are simply assigned to one of the companies that they cooperated with us. And for other programs, the internship can be as among the elective courses that you can choose, because this is another characteristics of these 2 years masters, meaning that students can design their own curriculum of study. Normally you have mandatory exams during the first year, meaning that you have subjects that all students in the class need to pass in order to move on to the second one. But then in the second one, you have plenty of courses of subjects you can choose from. Among them also the internship, so a practical experience that can be the last part to complete your master program. As you can see, plenty of programs available, most of them in the field of management with plenty of different declinations. So we have more generic kind of programs such as management, economics, or banking and finance, and other that are very, very specific for students who already have a very specific profession in mind, such as actuarial science for insurance, or data analytics for business, innovation and technology management. But then we have other kind of programs also in the humanistic field, such as art and industry of narration, which is about screenwriting and production for the cinema, arts management, and also European studies, which is a new program in cooperation with the university in Lugano, in investor relation and financial communication. So new really professions coming up in the last years. This is to complete the list of the 2 years master programs available at the uni. In this case, offered in different campuses. So healthcare management, so related to healthcare in the campus where we have the hospital, so the campus in Rome. Some programs that are food related in our campus in Cremona, some more technical, such as food processing, and some more managerial, such as agriculture and food economics, and and 2 very technical masters that have been launched this year in the campus in Brescia: physics for technology and innovation, and applied data science for banking and finance. Then we move to the 1 year specializing master. Also for this group of master, you can see a quite long list of programs available. What are the main characteristics of this kind of program? So here we are talking about a more practical kind of master right from the beginning. So during your year of experience, of study experience, you can expect the first 6-7 months to be quite intense with your classes, but also the classes will be with a very practical approach. So normally we have a smaller number of students in this kind of master than in the 2 years master program. So more interaction with your classmate, more group works, professional comings to teach some of the classes. And then at the end of the in-class part, you will have to develop your practical the practical part of the master. So in most of the cases, the practical experience here is an internship for approximately 3 months in one of the partner company of the university, but also other kind of practical projects can be carried out. Consultancy, research, something always coordinated by an external partner from a company and one professor at the university. As you can see, as I said before, a very long list of programs in plenty of different areas. Political science, such as advanced global studies and cultural diplomacy, more programs more related to international business, one actually in international business, a class for young graduate and also a class for executives with a significant work experience, strategic management for global business, marketing management, but also programs specific for luxury, which is an important part of the Milanese business. You know, as I said before, Milano is a fashion and design capital, and you all know very well the long list of worldwide known companies working in the luxury field with the headquarters in Milano. In the campus in Piacenza, we offer a program in viticulture and enology. And we have also some programs starting with the January intake, only for the 1 year specializing master, another couple of them in the field of political science, cooperation and development, Middle East studies, one program in arts management, and another technical master in data science for management. Another difference that I forgot to mention that is actually quite relevant is about the selection for this kind of program. So for the 2 years master programs, we are looking for students coming from the same academic background for the reason that I mentioned before, the level of the classes, the fact that the programs are stronger and under the academic point of view. While on the 1 year specializing master, we can apply a bit more flexibility. Don't get me wrong, it's not about the quality of the candidates we are looking for, but it's about the academic background. Just to give you a quick example, a student with a degree in political science or in engineering wishing to switch to business for the master hardly can be admitted on the 2 years master program, but it can be a good candidate for our programs, for example, in international business, for the 1 year master program. We are, of course, an Italian university. We enroll every year several students coming from Bulgaria with an excellent level of Italian, wishing to study the whole program in Italian language. So if you speak a good Italian, we have really plenty of programs you can choose from over undergraduate programs and over 100 master programs. So of course, we have no time to present them all this evening, but if you have any question about specific program, after the presentation, we will be more than happy to help you, or you can always refer to my colleagues from Skylines to get to know more about all programs available at the university. They can really suggest the program that are the best fit for you according to your academic background and your goals. Tuition fees and scholarships. So the fees of the program, they change from for groups of programs, as you can see. So for all bachelor degrees for 3 years, well, let's say that the fees for European students are calculated according to the family income. This is something that applies also to our Italian students. So it's the same fees that are applied to the national students. 3,500 is the minimum for bachelor degree, up to 8,700 as maximum for all the bachelors for 3 years. For medicine, the fee goes from 7 to 16,000, and for all 2 years masters from 3,600 up to almost 9,000 euros. For specializing master instead, there is a specific program for price for each program, going from 7,000 as minimum up to 12,000 per year as maximum. So in this case, the fees are not calculated according to the family income, but there is a flat fee for all students, EU and non-EU students. For the specializing master, we do offer some partial scholarships. According to the program, there is a different number of scholarships available, but as a general information is normally 4 of them for all programs, reducing the price to maximum 50% of the value of the program. So hardly you can expect to receive a scholarship exceeding this percentage. Scholarships available. So for all programs, degrees, so 3 years bachelor's, medicine, and 2 years Master of Science, all students after enrollment can apply for our so-called EduCat scholarship or the regional scholarship, which is a scholarship that is income-based. So there are some documents that you have to present to our offices in order to be considered. My colleagues from Skylines, they know very well the procedure and very well the list of documents that you need to prepare to apply for the scholarship, and they can also give you some very precise information of the fees you can expect to pay according to your family income. Going back to the scholarship, it's a scholarship you can apply for after enrollment in September, and results are available in December. So this is something you cannot count on 100% before you officially enroll. The scholarship is absolutely interesting because it can reduce to 0 the tuition fee. And according to where you place yourself in the scholarship ranking, a contribution up to 5,000 euros, and also for a limited number of students, also accommodation provided by the university. So I'm sure there will be questions about that, so we will have the time to go back to this subject right after the presentation. So entry requirements and deadlines for the online application. So as you could see, we offer programs in plenty of different study areas, and as you can imagine, the entry requirements set for a program in viticulture are far different from the ones that are set for programs in physics or data science. The best thing to do would be always to get in touch with my colleagues from Skylines, and they can really give you all the details of the programs you are interested in. It's really an advantage that you have in connecting with them, because they can really help you out with your application in speeding up the process, in collecting all the documents, but mainly in helping you in presenting a good application and suggesting you the programs where you have actually higher chances of admission according to your background and according to your goals. Really, my suggestion is to refer to them And the second suggestion would be to do it as soon as possible, because for some programs, the final deadline is already approaching. Some of our programs, especially at the bachelor level, they are quite competitive and quite popular. And so, for example, for the programs in communication and psychology that are offered in Milano, the final deadline is really behind the corner, because it's March 30. So if you are interested into these programs, it's really the time to collect your documents and send your application. Also, deadlines might vary according to the program. Let's say that we normally have earlier deadlines for bachelor's than for master programs. So especially for bachelor students, this is really the time to get in touch with our colleagues and get your documents together and submit your application if you wish to study with us next September. I will end this presentation by also presenting some of the opportunities that our students, the national and international community have while studying with us. So Cattolica cooperates with over 600 universities all over the world. We honestly cooperate with top-notch universities around the world, such as Stanford, UCLA, Boston, just to name some of them. It's really plenty of interesting opportunities for exchange, for a few months, for a summer program, for a semester, for a one-year Erasmus. So do take advantage of these opportunities, because it would make your international study abroad experience even richer, because you will have the chance to experience another university, another country. And this is going to be absolutely interesting and useful for employability, because this is one of the things that companies are actually looking for. So here you can find the contacts of the university, our email address, our website, social media pages, if you want to start to check what the international community is already doing at our university. So that was the end of this short presentation. I hope it was helpful for you to have a better idea of what we offer. And as I said before, we are now more than happy to answer any question you might have. Thank you very much.
Matteo, there are some questions here in the chat box.
Yep.
One is about accommodation. If there is student accommodation on campus, Cattolica.
Yep. So guys, this depends on the campuses. For example, in Milano and Brescia, the university is located in the historical city center, in historical buildings, so do not picture an American campus with all the facilities inside. So there are several solutions for accommodation. I'm talking about Milano. Some are offered by the university, but also on our website, you can find a very long list of portals where you can find something on your own. My suggestion would be to have something booked for just for the first few months, because then when you get to know the city, when you get to know your classmates, it's going to be quite easy to find something in the areas maybe that you like the most, with the new friends that you will make during your studies. Milano is not a huge city. It's a city that is very well served by public transportation. The university, it's absolutely well connected from any district in town. So another suggestion is not to go crazy to find something next door with the uni. As I said before, we are in the historical city center, so it's one of the most expensive areas of the city. It's plenty of other areas where you can find also more services for young students, and that they are absolutely well connected with the uni.
Do you offer training in veterinary medicine area? Is the next question.
Veterinary, I'm afraid we only have something that is only taught in Italian, but I'm not sure whether or not it's also open to students holding an international degree. For this, it would be best if you could either write us an email or get in touch with my colleagues of Skyline, so we can check precisely which kind of programs are available in this area. But sure enough, there are no options available in English in this moment.
Mm-hmm. And there is a question from one of our applicants who is waitlisted for communication management. Her question is, can you give us more information about the waiting list? Is there a real chance to be accepted? And what are you looking for in the applications beyond the good grades?
About the chances, honestly, I have no answer at the moment. As I said, the program has been this year particularly popular, and we honestly received a very high number of quality applications. So unfortunately, this is something that I was discussing with my colleagues of Skylines. Unfortunately, some very good applicants in this moment have been waitlisted. We are waiting for a second round of confirmations. Quite soon, the first students in the waiting list will be recalled because we sent out some admissions offer, and we are waiting to see how many of them will confirm. So in a few days, the first part will be released. Then, guys, I'm afraid for the other students, it's honestly will be harder. We do look in the application mainly on the good grades, maybe on the subjects that are more relevant for the specific degree, and then to the full application. So the motivation letter, the reference letter, if there is any. And the profile of the students, how the profile of the general profile of the students meet the requirements, or the admission committee feels that is the right candidate for the program. Once again, I'm really sorry, but this year I know we had to waitlist students with a very interesting profile, honestly.
Yeah. Another question: are there any volleyball scholarships?
No, we don't have scholarship for sports. We don't have anything like that. We do have some activities related to sport and some teams at the uni, but in Italy, generally speaking, sport at the university is nothing like what happens in the USA, for example. Mm-hmm. So this is something that normally, especially students who are particularly good in a specific sport, they do outside the university in professional teams more than in the university.
There's a question about medicine. When does the practice lesson start in the hospital?
They start from the fourth year. So the first 3 years are in class, and the last 3 are a combination of practical and theoretical activities in class and in the hospital.
About the
also, sorry, just to complete the answer. This is for 2 reasons. The first one is that students, in order to be able to start to see some practical activities in the hospital, they need a certain kind of background. So they need the first 3 years of general studies. And the second reason is that we want them to also improve the knowledge of Italian language, because of course they will have to interact somehow, guided by the professors, guided by the doctors, but they will have to start to interact with Italian patients. So they will have also to improve under the point of view of the language.
Yeah, makes sense. About the tuition fee for bachelor's programs, just a confirmation that it is from 3,500 to 8,700.
Yes, I can confirm this. I don't know if you want to add something about the fees Bulgarian students were asked to pay in the past, also to maybe give them a better idea of what they can expect to pay. I don't know if this can be done probably better on a private basis. I don't know.
On a private basis is best, because it really depends on the precise family situation of each admitted student.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But once again, my colleagues can really also give you some very precise idea of what you can expect to spend according to the family income.
Yes, definitely. There's a question, what documents are needed for medicine for application, I suppose?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same documents that are required for all bachelor programs. I was just looking at the application timeline because also for medicines, for the EU students, because for medicine we have two different admission pools, one for European students and one for non-European students. So the list of documents is quite basic, especially for medicine. So your certificate from high school, English knowledge, and so on. But keep in mind that for medicine, the selection and the admission is not based on your academic grades, but is all based on the entry test. Something I forgot to ask, so thank you for the question, because for all other bachelors and all other masters, the admission process is based on the documents that you are asked to send to the school. For medicine, it's actually all based on the admission test. So you can send your application until April 20, and then in mid-May, there is going to be the admission test.
This answers the next question, which is what grades are necessary to enter medicine, but it's based on exam. Another question, should we take the SAT exam, SAT?
About SAT. So SAT would be suggested, or it's something that can certainly increase your chances of admission if you already hold one, with a minimum of 560 for each section. So let's say that this is only for the economical related program, but for students who have mathematics throughout the study plan in high school with excellent grades, cannot be a mandatory requirement, but just something that can increase your chances of admission. If you do not hold an SAT, but you want to apply for our programs, we also have our own test that is offered by our university that some of our applicants are asked to sit for if they cannot be immediately admitted to the program. So if you do have one, it's certainly a plus for the admission process. If you don't, you can still send your application, and then it's going to be up to the admission office to evaluate if you can be directly admitted or asked to sit for our entry test. And once again, this is only for economic related bachelors. So for psychology, communication, food production, of course, is not mandatory. We don't have programs that are taught in German. We have programs that are either taught in English or in Italian. We do teach plenty of different languages. German, it's one of them, but not all the program.
Dental medicine. Is there dental medicine?
Not in English. Not in English. Only in Italian. What is the admission test like for medicine? I think I'd better send you a link where you can see exactly how the test is made. Is an entry test for medicine that is similar to, I don't know if you ever heard the IMAT test, which is something that is used by public universities. So it's quite similar, but it's our own test. It's composed by 65 questions on different topics such as biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, general knowledge, and so on. So normally students, they apply, they send an application. Once the application is submitted, they receive a link to a simulator online where they can exercise as much as they want before the test.
Somebody asks about, are there bachelor programs in Cattolica? And I just answered that they were already mentioned during the presentation. Also, everybody will receive an email with information about this presentation and a link to a video recording, so you'll be able to see all the programs. Is there molecular biology at Cattolica?
No, we don't have this program.
is the C1 level certificate for English an advantage for medicine?
Not really. For all other programs that are based on this, for the admission is based on the documents, the higher is the level that you have in the English certificate, the better. For medicine, as long as you have the minimum required, which is B2, everything is based on the entry test. So for, let's say that a student who has a C1 level has an advantage because more than likely as an advantage in understanding the question, in coping with the test, which is quite tough, but not in terms of the evaluation.
So we're waiting for new questions. No more questions so far.
So just in case there are, of course, if you have any further question, we'll be more than happy to help you. Just to let you know, this is not the last time you can get in touch with us. Really starting from tomorrow, anytime is good to contact us, to contact my colleagues, to contact Skylines, to get to know if you have any further question, or to start up with collecting your documents for the application. I think there is another,
yes.
The minimum necessary for the SAT. So for the SAT, the minimum required is 560 in each section. So if you do not have this score, it wouldn't make too much sense to enclose this certificate to the application. If you do have these minimum scores, as I said, the SAT is absolutely a plus for the admission. Are the fees for medicine for the whole 6 years? So no, the fees that we mentioned in the presentation, they are for yearly base, so for every year of enrollment. So the minimum required for IELTS is normally, so as a general information, we require 6 for IELTS, 84 for TOEFL, and the B2 for Cambridge. And we also accept the Duolingo this year with a minimum of 110 for our bachelor programs and 115 for our master programs. There is also for bachelor programs the chance to take the test with the university. So if you don't have the certificate, but you want to send your application, there is also this opportunity. Then once again, every program might have slightly different requirements. So it's always best to check the program you are looking at with us or with Skylines to get to know precisely the requirements for this program. But for example, for the programs in economics and management at the bachelor level, IELTS is 6 as minimum.
We can wait for another minute and then resume. Again, about accommodation. Can you tell more about dormitories?
Yes. So as I said before, it depends on the campuses. On our website, you can find the information for each campus. For example, in Piacenza and in Rome, the university is slightly outside the city center. And in these two cities, we have also accommodations in campus available for our students. For Milano and Brescia, as I said before, you should be looking for options outside the university. Some are offered by the uni, some are offered by there are private dorms that we let's say cooperate, or we send our students to. There are several dorms, student dorms in Milano, all of them very well connected to the university. But I have to say the solution is mainly preferred by our international students is the apartments. But this is of course up to each of you to check the options available and decide which one is the best available for you. Can we apply with IELTS only? No, we accept several certificates. As I said before, also TOEFL is accepted, Cambridge is accepted, and then we also accept the Duolingo test, which is a test that you can take anytime online, and the results are immediately available. So it's a certificate that you can get really in 3-4 days. So just in case you want to speed up your application, but you are still missing the certificate, it can be an interesting option. On top of it, you can also refer to the uni. If you don't have the certificate, you can take the test with us only for bachelor programs.
Well, if there are no more questions, or some questions arrive later, you can always email us or call us, Skylines, and we'll help you, or ask Cattolica if we don't know the answer.
So thank you very much again,
Yeah.
Katia and Evelina, for the organization of this info session. And of course, we'll be in touch for all the students who are in the process of the applications.
Yes. Thank you, Matteo.
And thank you
Great
so much to all students attending this presentation.
Yes. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening. Bye-bye.
Good evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.